everybody, Mike here with CAVU Farm. Welcome back. Well, it's starting to get a little chilly here on the farm, but we got some new equipment that'll help warm things up. And let me go ahead and introduce this new piece of equipment to you. You may have seen it in some other videos. I had it, Easter egg kind of hiding in the background, but today I'm going to give you the walk around, run through, and play around with this new piece of equipment. Before we do that, gotta feed some animals first. Work before play. All right, I got all the animals fed, the pigs are fed, chickens fed, watered, everybody's good. Now, let's go play. This is a 2025 John Deere 325G track loader. We just picked this thing up brand new. And man, it really makes things on the farm a lot easier. We got it with 1 hour on it. It has about 6. And just in those couple hours of using the skid loader and the bucket that's on here, really makes life easy on the farm. Since we don't have the tractor right now, this is a really good replacement. But we are keeping this thing, and I really look forward to using it all year long. This 2025 John Deere 325G track loader, it's powered by a turbocharged diesel Yanmar engine. Its output is about 74 horsepower. Why 74 horsepower? Because the US federal government decided that 75 horsepower you needed DEF, which stands for diesel extortion fluid. That DEF is a really nice thing to not have on a vehicle. It's just another thing that could break or freeze or something like that. It does lower horsepower, output, fuel economy, all those things. But this doesn't have DEF. My tractor does, but not this. These track loaders come with a couple different types of tracks. This one, it's just over 12 inches, about 12.5 inches wide. And it's sitting on these tracks from left to right, output, outside to outside. It's about a 6 foot wide footprint. All the way down on the floor, sitting all the way up to the top. This is 6 foot 9 inches tall. In order to use this bucket and all the other attachments that comes with it, in order to put these tracks to good use, this thing weighs 9,500 pounds. So to get all that weight down onto the ground, these tracks have about a 5.5 PSI impact on the ground, so it's really low impact. Prevents sinking. In order to fill up the 21-gallon diesel tank, you do have to open up the engine compartment right here. It's a little latch, lift that, and there's your diesel cap right there. Some of the other things in this engine compartment, you do have a backup alarm right here, coolant reservoir, oil dipstick, oil refill, and down here's your hydraulic reservoir. This machine has a hydraulic pump on it. That's what drives everything, and that has an output of about 21 gallons per minute. Some of these skid loaders and track steers, they have a high output that really bumps it up a lot if you have an attachment you need to put on the front, but we didn't get that. One of the gotchas with this machine is once you're inside and you're all done for the day, you have to make sure this boom is all the way down, because this goes up and down when you raise the boom. So if you try to open the door, if it's not down all the way, it will clip the door and you may not be able to get out. So just make sure the boom is down all the way. There are a couple handy steps right here on the implement itself and on the track loader. If your boots are all muddied up, it'll still have plenty of traction. This skid loader comes with 2 joysticks, one on the left right here and one on the right. They can be changed around. I'll go ahead and show you those options here in a minute. Now, John Deere is all about safety, so if you have to get out of the skid loader and do some maintenance on the machine, you need to go ahead and put the boom all the way up, like all the way up. And then see that little red handle right there? You're gonna pull that out and rotate it clockwise. You're gonna rotate it that way, and it's gonna physically lock the boom so that way it doesn't come down on you if you're working underneath it. All right, enough of the outside. Let's jump in, get this thing started up, and I'll show you what all the controls do. right, before we get this track loader fired up, let me go ahead and show you some of the options John Deere puts on this thing. You do have a couple sliding windows, one on the left, one on the other side. Courtesy lights. Courtesy lights are pretty handy in the when it's dark out. You open the front door, and these lights turn on for, I don't know, maybe like 30 seconds. After that, they turn off. Use your window washer. You can turn this on, and it also has window washer fluid too. All right, this is a keyless engine start and operation. This track loader does come with a key, but that's pretty much just to lock the door. If for some reason that you needed additional security, you do see this number pad 1, 2, 3 all the way down to 9. You can put in a few different codes, so that way when you get this track loader started, you can type in a code to unlock it, and then it'll start, and then you'll be able to run it. This is your engine start button. You push it one time and it turns the machine on, electrically turns the machine on. You push and hold, and then the engine will start up. When you're all done with your day and you want to shut the machine off, just go ahead and push this button. It says stop. Push that button once, and the engine will stop. This right here is your hydraulic lock. When you start this machine up, the hydraulics are already locked. Prevents any mishaps or accidentally bumping the joysticks. And this is your parking brake. This right here is your joystick sensitivity. If you want to go faster with the joystick, you will make all 3 of those lights light up. Right here is kind of like the reverse of your gas pedal. Like in a car, you press the gas pedal, the engine picks up. This changes that, so that way if you're running at a high RPM like this, you can push the gas pedal and your engine RPM will decrease. This right here has to do with your joystick pattern, ISO or H pattern. That has to do with the joysticks. I can go ahead and show you that here in a few minutes. This button right here has to do with your boom and bucket rate, at the speed at which it goes up and down or curls in or curls out. This has to do with ride control. It helps balance the bucket out just a little bit, and the bucket will absorb some of the shocks, so it's not as hard. And this one right here is self-leveling. You push that, you turn it on, the bucket will self-level. It'll stay in its position as you're going up. So whatever position you have the bucket in, it'll stay in that position. So that way, as the bucket goes up, you're not going to tilt the bucket backwards and dump material onto the cab. Going down, there's no self-leveling going down, so you will have to adjust the pitch of the blade or the pitch of the bucket at that point. One of the options that I did get with this machine is a rear view camera. That makes it pretty handy, just so you can look behind you. John Deere does have as soon as this is running, it will be on all the time. I'm not sure what other manufacturers have. Maybe the other manufacturers have the rear view camera only turns on when you're going backwards, but this display is always on when the machine's running. All right, let's get this thing fired up and get the engine warmed up, and maybe we can move a little sand around. Push to turn on, push and hold to start. Here's the rear view camera. Right there, it's always on. So I'll cover what the 2 joysticks do. If for some reason you forget along the way, luckily, they put stickers here and tell you what the joysticks do in the different positions or different settings that you have. And if you forget what all these buttons do, there's a cheat sheet right there. Whenever you're going backwards, it automatically turns on the beeping, let anybody know behind you that you're in charge and you're backing up. So this right joystick controls the boom in the bucket. If you push this joystick inboard, it's going to curl the bucket just like that, and if you go out, it rolls the bucket out. And when you go all the way down, you'll hear the bucket settle on the floor, so that way you can open up the door. All right, this machine is nice and warmed up. Let me go ahead and increase the RPM, pick the bucket up. Let's try to go push the sand. a bunch of material to move and you had to load a full-size dump truck, you might have a problem. This boom only goes about 10.5 feet. That's kind of like when all the big dump trucks, that's kind of like the smallest one. They can go up to 13, 15 feet sometimes, depending on how tall they are. So you won't have any problem loading maybe a small dump truck or a pickup truck or maybe a dump trailer. But a full-size dump truck, you might have a problem getting up that high. One of the options that I did get with this machine was kind of like a crawl mode. So this is what this little handy switch right there is. Right now the pump will work at its maximum output for whatever RPM it's at. It's at idle right now, but if I run this all the way up and I want to slow down, so that way full travel on the joystick. That way full travel on the joystick, I won't be going 5 miles an hour. I'll get it down like quite low. I'll show you how that works. And whenever you start slowing down or speeding up or whatever creep mode you want to be in, just look at your screen up here. I don't know if you can see that, but right now it's at 100%. I'll start slowing it down. It will slow down in increments of 10. If you pull and hold, it'll speed that up just a little bit. Once you start getting below 20 now, it starts getting into the single settings. So there's 10%. To turn off this creep mode, all you have to do is pull the trigger. That's right here, and the snail will go away. Now you're back to normal turtle mode. The skid loader has like a suspension mode, and that's suspension in the bucket and lifting arms itself. So to turn that on, all you got to do is arm it. I'm gonna get the auto leveling, but to turn that on, arm it so it's just got the one light. And then you're going to pull the trigger on the right joystick, and that turns on the suspension for the bucket. Let me go ahead and show you what that does. It's kind of cool. I don't know if you can see, but I'm going to go ahead and pick this bucket up, and when I stop it, it kind of bounces just a little bit. When you go down, it kind of bounces a little bit, and what that's going to do is take some of the weight off of the machine from tipping around, and I'll kind of come down a little fast with this one, and you know, the bucket itself is going to act like a suspension, so that way you don't get throttled and jostled around inside the workstation here. Well, that's it for the demo, the John Deere 325 demo. I really appreciate you sticking around and watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, share with all your friends, family, loved ones. And like what we always say, we'll see you on the next video.